Hood postman, reporting live. This the hood postman, come and check the program. You ain't from the streets, this is something you should know, man. Running from police, gotta grip the whip with both hands. Speeding down the interstate, please do not approach him. 40s in the fridge, got the caddy in the driveway. Get all out of my face, I don't wanna violate. Looked up in the mirror and I told myself, why wait? We took this shit worldwide, you only in 5 states. Came from the four corners with my 4 quarters. Showed them the style, then they stole on us. Times got wild, then they told on us. Dog, it was hard, but we had to keep it rolling. You ain't gotta ask, you know where to find me. I be in the back streets where it get grimy. It's just me and Mel, Rennie looking bride D. I be going hard till I'm in the 5 C's. Know the vibes, I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides, I ain't never had to tell a lie. Let's ride. Know the vibes, I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides, I ain't never told them a lie. Let's ride. Hood postman, 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 hood postman.
Shout out to the Mailroom Nation, the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman. You know the vibe. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below so when the dope content hit, it's going to feel like the 1st and the 15th. You can go anywhere in the world and catch a bunch of lies, but you come right here to hear the truth. Before they had handguns, they had fair ones. We got the man up out there. Today, I want to give a little airtime to Big Kelsey. His name's Kelsey Thomas. Kelsey Thomas has been down for over 36 years. He come out of Carson, 190th area. And he's got a bill in on change.org. If you go on my Facebook, Melly Gibson, you'll see Kelsey Thomas. Change.org. But go sign the petition and help this brother get out. Brother been down 36 years, and it would be a greatly appreciated. I know his wife appreciated, his children and grandchildren. I know everybody will appreciate you guys going over there to sign that. Wow. Sometimes things go wrong. I didn't even realize the thing was coming off. Hold on, guys. Drop my mount for a second. Let me go out and come back in. No, I don't want to do that. Give me a moment. Just drop the Well, there we go. Sometimes things just go haywire. I'm telling you. That was my camera mount that dropped. Sorry for the interruption, but as I was saying, go out to change.org for Kelsey Thomas and help the brother get off them 36 years he's been serving. Let's get to it. I'm coming to you guys today, and I want to share a bit of history with you, and hope you guys be able to get your heads around and understand that we're in a we live in some times that's unprecedented, that has not yet been seen. But at the same time, I believe we can overcome it because we have overcome a great deal as a people. Can you guys hear me okay? Make sure my volume's up. Okay. Volume's up. Okay, good. So we have to be diligent in doing what we need to do in order to survive this dynamic time. According to USDA census, right, of 1910, Black people own 20 million acres of land. 20 million acres of land. Today, in today's South, we own barely 1%. Barely 1%. The reason why this information is relevant, the earth produces massive amounts of revenue from food to medicine to minerals, elements, just all sorts of kind of things. The earth produces it. And so much more than the white man realized. Is after promising the former slaves 40 acres and a mule, he realized that what his mistake was, because to give Black men the same opportunity as the white man we would simply outgrow him. And I think he was afraid of that wealth, of that power, of that massive amount of land transferred to Black people, because the land, the property of this country the wealth of this country has always been determined by the property you own. Always remember that. It's the property. That's why you see all these rich, huge white people, they might own massive swaths of property. That is the reason why. Because he understands. And he knew he was going to be an underdog if he had made that attempt. Now the white men are using the same land, right, that he promised the Black people to grow and become wealthy. The same land. He's becoming wealthy from it. The same product that we have been locked up and thrown in prison and thrown in the dungeon and ridiculed and put away for years. He's now making massive amount of money. And that's the marijuana industry. See how they do when it comes to us. They can literally change the rules, move the goalposts, and look at things and not necessarily determined by what we feel or think about it. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. They change the rules daily. We're now witnessing this little ordeal they got, another distraction with Donald Trump. I don't know what's the outcome of that or how that is going to impact us, but you got to start ignoring the government and the government lies. Quit living worried about attention. That's where we at. Us as a people, we are so overly concerned about attention and status. We're worried about our rims. We worried about our motorcycles and our this is an assortment of things that just keep us very distracted. We worried about the NBA finals. We were about the NCAA finals. We weren't about the I don't see you there. Shout out to her for winning the LSU NCAA title. Renee, I think she done a marvelous job to show that she was for the occasion and willing to go to length, and the little what was the girl named Kristen Clark? Even after 30 points, it still wasn't enough. But what I'm saying though, after all this, we have our heads so stuck in so many different things where we don't realize that what's going on around us. We got to pay attention to how we get up ahead, right? Is through our finances. How we accomplish our dreams is through our finances. We quit letting institutional lies dominate your thought life. Shout out to Michelle. Shout out to Star Wolf. Shout out to Marlena Williams, the Postmaster General, Meeting Mike Marks, and everybody that's joining us right now. And I hope I'm not boring you guys with this. The battle really is taking place in our minds. That's where the real battle is waging, right here in our minds. And the enemy is a liar and a bully at the same time. He knows that he can control your thoughts. Again, he can control your life. And how he's doing that is through his education system, through his religious system, through his many institutions that he had put there for you. Even the welfare system serve as a part of that. All these different systems and all these different programs are part of what keeps you off balance. When you recognize his tactics, you will know that he comes for you. He comes at you with lies and distortions. You'll know that because many of the things he do is simply just simple lies and simple distortions. Changing of facts, changing of dates, changing of people, changing of time, changing of language. They say, what do they say? They say crime. It doesn't pay to do crime, right? They say crime doesn't pay, right? But he stole America. Obviously, it do pay. Right? You can deal with them properly. You won't let them lies keep you. Don't let them lies just keep you down. Stay on your purpose and ignore the distractions. Stay on your purpose and ignore the distractions. The truth of your history will guide you to your destiny. And always just be a free thinker. You don't have to get yourself wrapped up in all these institutional things and things that people say that you're supposed to be involved in or be part of this church or this mosque or that temple or this synagogue. Just because you see everybody doing something doesn't make it right. They can all be distractions and they can all be looked at as a war that's predicated upon you. As a people, we're living in a time where the audacious, the bold, surprisingly bold behavior by them. They're now you get all these different commercials and all these different people coming on the internet talking about the dollar is no longer valuable. The dollar, you got 24 hours before the dollar devalue itself. $24. Have you guys been seeing those things where they talk about the dollar is going to devalue itself? So slavery in itself was indelible. It's not able for us to forget or be forgotten or be removed from who we are as a people. But yet they do everything to try to not be a part of the curriculum in our school and for our kids to learn. They don't want them to know that history. So they refuse to teach it in the schools. But yet it's important because if you don't know your history, you assume to repeat it. You understand? I know some of you probably, he pimped the whole government. He pimped the whole government. I know you guys probably got some comments and stuff, but as the days go by, I got a story about pudding I'm gonna do Not today, but we'll probably do it tomorrow or Wednesday. I also got an actual confession. I guess it was more like a confession for a guy that's been going in and out of prison that has admitted to being part of the homosexuality. The reason why he keep going out in and out of prison. He sent me a video and talked about it, and I'm gonna play it for you guys to see. And then we're gonna talk about these bandits and all these people walking in plain sight and pretending like they're, like they free and clear and clean, and they haven't done anything wrong. Now, I don't think it's fair that they get to come out and after having all those years of homosexuality. I'm talking about from YA from juvenile to YA to county jail to prison, and they all just, now they walking around in plain sight like nothing ever occurred, nothing ever happened. And we supposed to just sit back and forgive them and just let them just live their life and let them be okay, and we not know who they are. I think that's not fair to, the countless of women who are out here in a society who doesn't have a man, but yet they have to, accept one of those men, a man that was a boy girl or somebody that overindulged in homosexuality. My homegirl thought her husband might have been going out the pen because he had a boyfriend. Yeah, that's a true statement, Michelle. I got the testimony from a guy, that talks about it. That his real reason for going in and out of jail was for homosexuality. And he was quite candid about it, But like I say, we'll talk about it in a couple of days. Let's go. And I'm just really getting back up to par. I've been kind of like off the internet for a few days because I had to go have a little minor procedure on one of my eyes, and feeling a lot better now. And we're gonna get to the business, because we can't. Me myself personally, I can't just sit back and not. It's like I'm doing the service of the church. You remember how the church things used to go on in the church, and the church just tell you, keep it in the church. Don't let it out the church. Keep it in the pews and don't let it out. Don't let nobody outside this church, remember, know, any of this stuff, right? Shout out to Keep It Bold. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm going to be talking about pudding, Keep It. I'll be talking about pudding. I got a pudding story. And I'm going to talk about, the impact of certain individuals that came out of that section that had a profound impact on gangbanging itself, and their names probably ring a lot harder than what most people realize. Yeah, I'm feeling better, Michelle. A lot better. Yeah. So we're going to get into that. But again, I want you guys to go to change.org. Big Kelsey out of 190 section. He's up for trying to get out of prison. Been gone for 36 years. And yeah, he has a petition up. His wife has a petition up, and they're trying to, get people to sign it. You can go to my Facebook. It's Melly Gibson. Melly Gibson. That's MELLYGIPSON. I'm on Facebook. Facebook, you see Thomas Kelsey, change.org. And you guys will be able to sign up, sign the petition, and help this guy out. And hopefully Gavin Newsom release him from prison. After 36 years, it's impossible for him to be whatever whatever crime he committed or whoever he was at that particular time. That has long gone by him, has passed. He's a different individual now. King Mike, salute Mike. You don't put up a picture, man. You don't change your game, brother. Hey, Marlena, Mike got a picture up now. How about that? There you go, right there. That's it. Change.org. Kelsey Thomas. Be sure to go ahead and check that out. Let's get to it. What do you guys want to talk about today? I mean, I know you guys want to hear some gang history, but sometimes we got to set that stuff aside and talk about the real history and have a cacophony of conversations that sometimes deal with harsh realities and bring us to the forefront to where we fully understand the pressures and the things that are rising in the background that we may not fully pay attention to. Because there's so much going on in this world. There's so many different parts. And a lot of people saying it's prophecy. A lot of people saying that it's destined. A lot of people say that America has had its run. I prefer to tell you guys, listen, quit worrying about attention. Your finances are how you will accomplish your dreams. And I want to show you, let me show you something right here, right? These cards right here. This is everything is moving to digital currency. Everything is digital currency. I don't know if you can see this. This is a Navy Federal flagship. This is a Navy Federal Platinum. This is a Sapphire Preferred. And this is a Navy Federal Cash Reward, all 4 cards. These 4 cards, right, is well over 6 figures. Well over 6 figures. There's a guy, his name is, I'm going to give you his name. His name is the Credit Doctor. And the Credit Doctor, he didn't necessarily help me, but I'm trying to give you the game to where because anybody, if you can go get your Navy Federal account, I suggest you do that, because the Navy Federal is set up to help you in so many different ways that other banks and institutions. Well, when I first applied for Navy Federal, I was with Wells Fargo. Well, I applied for a personal loan with Wells Fargo, right? I think it was for about 6,000 or 7,000. I got denied. So then somebody gave me the number to where, because you got to have a not a customer number, it's like a sponsorship number to even be a Navy Federal number client. So I got the sponsorship, and I became, because if you have anybody in the military, any of your family or anybody that was in the military, you qualify for a Navy Federal account. Okay? And once you get that Navy Federal account, you'll be able to do so many different things. So when I applied for Navy Federal, so this time I said, forget it. I'm going to go for the gusto. Not knowing, because when I first applied for the first credit card from Navy Federal, they sent me $25,000. First one, very first card. So then I applied for the personal loan. It was, I think it was like a $20,000 loan. Applied for it, right? I called up. It was like 3 days had passed, and I called them up, and Navy Federal. And when you talk to Navy Federal, you get a live person online. Right? So I got this person online, and I was actually inquire Anthony Hanna. What's up, man? What's going on? Hey, Bo Hanna, call me, man. I sent you my number. I sent you my number, homie. If you want again, let me know. Go to your Facebook. I sent my number in your messenger. But anyway, so where was I at? Navy Federal, okay. So I checked and I called the institution, and I said, hey, I was inquiring about the personal loan I applied for. And the lady said, Mr. Gibson, did you check your account? I said, no. She said the loan has been there. They had just that quick, boom, had put $20,000 cash in my bank account. So at that point, I took all money out of Wells Fargo. I gave them the boot so quick because they no longer served my purpose. And yeah, what I see you, yeah. And they no longer served my purpose. So it was like, It was, man, it was great, man. The experience was great. The home buying programs they have, the car buying programs they have special car lots they go to that they'll send you to. They got certain car lots that they deal with. And I'm talking about spanking brand new cars or whatever. When they send you there, you're gonna get like, and I don't know about now. I know when I first went, the finance was like 1 or 2%, something to that degree. Of course, my credit score is like off the roof. But anyway, there's a guy. His name is the credit doctor. The credit doctor will bring your credit. He will pump some life into it. He will make your credit healthy. AZI Supreme, what's up going on? Credit unions are amazing. This is how I built my credit profile, which was 500 to 16. I bought it up car and then properly in North Carolina, 2020. By the time my credit score was 795. See, you know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, like those 4 cars, I said they're well above 6 figures, well above. And what I'm telling you is that once you get that, you don't. There's no need for me to go out and be like, "Hey, look at me." I'm sharing this because I believe that you guys follow me, so that way I want for my brother what I want for myself. I want for myself what I want for my brothers and sisters. So I'm sharing this information with you, hopes that you grasp it and figure out a way to get over there. And I mean, and then if that don't work, reach out to me and I'll give you more detail about it. But anyway, we're living in a digital currency. Digital currency, there will no longer be paper money really floating around. Everything will be digital. Just think about everything that you do now, how everything is tied to some type of digital form of currency. Even when you get your paycheck, when the last time anybody ever seen a paycheck? I mean, be for real, because when you go into that, I haven't seen a paycheck in years, but how do we really feel like, what is this system that they got where they could digitally send a stack of money to a banking institution and you go in with a card and extract the money? Now, of course, you could go in there and pull out cash if you want to, but I'm telling you, that's slowly but surely about to go away. The gasoline combustible engine by 2035 wouldn't be no longer all electric. Everything electric. Everything is evolving. Everything is turning. So when I'm telling you that according to the USA Today census of 1910, black people own 20 million acres of land. And now we down to about maybe 1% of that land. These people be way ahead of us. They think like 10 years down. And we'll just getting to this point where we at now, but trades, we got to get back to trades. Remember how when we went to school, you had plumbing, you had electrician, you had metal shop, welding, there's different stuff like that. Those are the type of jobs that these AI machines and all this different stuff, they will not be able to do plumbing. They will not be able to build. They will not be able to build freeways. They will not be able to do the infrastructure. So if you become journeyman electrician or journeyman carpenter or journeyman just builder all together, you will be very sought after. Because if the grid goes down and something happened in this country where it's catastrophic, and the way things are happening around the world with these all these different countries going back and forth, and I don't choose this, chess and chess, not checkers. That's right. I don't choose to call their names out, but you know who they are. There's some things that's happening that's never happened before. And we got to pay attention. We can't be distracted by Donald Trump. We can't be distracted by who is LeBron James going to win the next title. We can't be. I mean, that's fine. That's entertainment. I get it. But don't be distracted. Otherwise, have one eye on LeBron and the other eye on the world or something. You got to do something to offset that. Start ignoring the government and its lies. Quit living worried about attention. Your finances, how you're going to accomplish your dream. Quit letting institutions lies and dominate your thought life. The battle is taking place inside your head. So it's your intelligence, it's your abilities, everything you know. The phone, right? This Android phone stands for a like human robot. The iPhone stands for intelligence. A lot of people don't know that. But again, they say crime doesn't pay, but these people stole America. But they tell you crime don't pay. And I'm not saying you go out there and commit crimes. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that be smart, be intelligent, because man is not perfect. Man is not perfect. Even in his laws, if you see how they're applying the laws apply to you. The laws is not, those laws are for poor people. And I'm gonna say poor people. I'm not gonna just say poor black people. I'm gonna say poor people. That's who the law is for. You see how they handling Donald Trump with these delicate kid gloves and walking him in and don't want to take his picture, his mugshot, man. That would have been me or Asiatic Supreme. They'd have hog tied us, beat us up, took us down there, took them bad pictures of us and kicked us in the cell and thrown us a TV dinner after they kicked our butts. You understand? Terrell, he knows what I'm talking about. He's been through that. Shout out to Terrell, man. What's going on with you, bro? Be a free thinker, man. If they control your thoughts, they'll control your life. Simple as that. The Economical Hitman. I remember that book, man. The Economical Hitman he went to countries. I remember he went to Panama, he went to Venezuela. The book, when I read it, he went to the different countries and he literally destroyed the economy. Literally. Yeah, we'd have been locked down for sure. And so young men like Mike, you got a grand opportunity, brother, to get ahead of this. And just all you got to do is just get your head in the game, you know, don't be distracted by buffoonery, chicanery. Don't let none of that stuff have an impact on you. Stay focused, get your head in the game, and figure it out, bro. Because again, financial literacy, controlling your resources, help control your community. Because when you control your community, you control the resources, you control who becomes mayor, city manager, who's the police chief. But if you don't go down and participate in your local government, I'm not talking about I don't care about president. You don't have to vote for Biden or Reagan, or I mean not Reagan, but Trump or any of those people. But control your local government. See, because if you control your local government, that means it works for you and not against you. You can't have a city like the city of Compton have over 80,000 people. 12 and 1,300 voted in the last election. That's ridiculous. That lady just walked in there and sat down and said, I'm the mayor, basically. All she did was sign her name on the petition and said she was going to be the mayor. And lo and behold, boom, she got, I don't know how many of them out of the 1,200, 1,300 votes. I guess she might have got 700 of the votes. And the other guy got 500 or something. And she became mayor. This is the stuff that we're dealing with because we are so distracted. Or some of the modern women are distracted by aesthetics, the BBLs, the Botox, the lip fillers, and all the different stuff, shaking and twerking and stuff, and hype your bestie up and all that stuff, like that stuff really means something. Distractions. Now I know you guys like to hear these war stories and stuff, but tomorrow we'll get back to it. We'll tell A good pudding story, man. I know y'all gonna be hyped on it, so y'all get ready for that. Y'all get ready for that. A good pudding story. Oh man, who don't want to hear a good pudding story, right? Pudding, Tam. I'm gonna say something. Pudding name probably reign more than any other Paru name I ever heard. Any other. And I'm gonna leave it right there. And we're gonna get to it tomorrow. We're gonna get to it tomorrow. But anyway, you guys got any questions on anything I said? Asia Supreme. I read at Economical Hitman College. Amazing insight to this society. Yeah, this is how this society works. It's ruthless. These are gangsters. This country is a gangster country. It was taken. It was stolen. That's why I say they say crime doesn't pay, but America was stolen. The people that now run this country, that has control of the government, that has control of the resources, wasn't the original people that was here. They came and took it. Gangster it. Murdered, robbed, pillaged, brutality, molestation, rape, sodomy, all the heinous things you can think that it was ever, castration, hanging folks. They did all that. And not only did they saw degradation, disparity, and they changed your identity. God made black man and woman. America made ninjas. That's not who you are. I appreciate that, Asia Supreme. Do I think Mr. Trump is going to do it time? Nope. I think they just going through the formalities. I think they're just going through the formalities, Compton Girl. I'm glad to see you, Compton Girl. I appreciate your support. You always stay one of my true Compton homegirls right there. Stay with me. Stay with me, because I'm going to teach you something. I ain't going to just talk about all this nonsense and not teach you something at the same time. I'll give you something that's out. Maybe I may sometimes say things that out of your circumference of awareness, but you know how to hit me up on Instagram if you need me to break something down or give you a little more for intel or detail to what I was speaking about. You know how to do that. Marlena Williams definitely know how to do it. She is the manager. She got a manager gavel over there. That lady, don't get on her bad side. She gonna put you out. Yeah, so but it's just amazing how we are so addicted to attention and status. We're addicted to wearing 20 chains on our neck and buying spending 20,000 on a pair of Forgiato rims or something, Matter of fact, if I'm driving a car and the Forgiatos, I can't see the rims. Who's looking at them? The people that's standing on the sidewalk. What good is that doing me? You understand? That's my thinking about it. I don't know, but I understand it. I've been through it. Don't think I'm just saying stuff and I ain't been through it. Yeah, I've been through it. I was in that craze, in that phase when I wanted the rims and I wanted, all the other stuff that people want. How do we get on the program? White people hiding from us. We got to pay attention, bro. We got to read. We got to research. See these things. There's data. There's truth. There's figures, and there's statistics. That's where we got to get at, bro. That's where we got to be. Those are the lanes we got to be in. We got to be about the truth. We got to be about the data. We got to be about the figures, because everything each and every day we wake up, we start with numbers and we end with numbers. You can't go through no day without that happening. Oh, no, not the house arrest in a mansion. We just can't. We can't avoid them, you know. And shout out to anybody out there that's doing content that's, being positive of a positive nature and, and not out there, doing talking from both sides of the mouth like your boy Rat Williams or Charlatan White, Charleston White, or whatever. I mean, he make points, but at the same time, he he's done said some things that was very disparaging and not encouraging of a culture that which he come from. He puts the culture down. He's full of degradation. It's his middle name. He get house arrest and the mansion at best. I don't even think that's gonna happen. They're gonna find a way to let that guy off, man. I think it's all pre-planned already. It's already set up. It's already. But notice this though. What's so crazy about it, right? It's just like during some of the worst time ever, they elected a black president, Obama, right? 2009, the collapse, financial collapse of the housing, right? Then they elected a black president. And I don't even think they expected him to do as well as he did, but he did, right? Now we in the era of Trump, right? Both of the prosecutors are on his case are what? Black. Why is that? Because if it all goes bad, they get to point the finger at the black people. That's why. See, these people are not willing to be responsible for anything. They're ready to dump on you at any cost. That's what they've been doing forever and ever and a day. They've always had dumped on black people. Always. There are more white people on the welfare system than any other group of people, yet they claim it's you. There are more white people in this country that commit crimes, more than black people, yet they claim you the ones. They claim you are black on black crime and all this stuff, but there's more white people committing crimes than any other group of people in this country. See how they distort and distract and feed you false facts? Send them to me. And addiction. Smoke and mirrors, Professor. And addiction. You're right, Monique. You got half of our kids are on perks, Vikes, Vicodin syrup, powder, PCP, alcohol, weed, Xanax bars. That's 8. I know there's got to be some others. They're on, 10, at least 10 different things. Their brains are fried. How they use, how they're gonna save the race. If there's such thing as a black messiah, they're definitely trying to kill it off and not let that black messiah gene resurrect and come to the forefront because they're filling our communities up with all sorts of kind of things. The chemicals are in the food, the chemicals are in the water. You got to be virtually careful of everything. Think I'm playing, go try to buy some seeds. Go buy some organic seeds for planting and growing crops. And see how difficult it is. There was times you used to be able to go to your local grocery store and buy cantaloupes, buy watermelon, buy plums and apples and collard greens and mustard greens and tomatoes and squash, cucumbers. You was able to go get all those seeds from the local grocery store. Go look for them now. See where you go, and tell me how much luck you have in that. Part of what the United States do to the world is control the grain, control the things that the grain that's used to make a lot of different food sources. They control it. The part of what they did do the Vietnam confrontations was sprayed all the rice paddies and rice fields with Agent Orange, made them contaminated where they weren't able to grow rice anymore. Some of the largest rice crops was grown right in Arkansas. So if America controlled the biggest rice crops in the world, then what could China do? I mean, you got a 2 million man army, looks good, marching. But let's be realistic. If you just march and never participate in the war, how good would you be in war? United States fight war at year after year after year after year after year. United States and Israel are the two countries that are the most battle-tested countries in the world. They have the most efficient and fluid armies in the world. You see how Russia look over there. Russia is getting beat up over there by a bunch of ragtags and a whole lot of let's put it this, United States mercenaries. People that go play war for money. That's what's happening over there. Don't be fooled by it. People over there go over there. I tell my sister all the time, watch how you feed my niece. There you go. But yeah, you're right. You're sure right, Monique. You're right. Don't feed your kids that McDonald's. All of us don't seen them when them people got McDonald's hamburgers and fries they don't have for 10 or 15 years and they still look the same the day they bought them, you know. Yep, they don't. So not buy no fruits and vegetables from Walmart. Trust and believe that. Don't do it. Let me see. So many Black Americans ate paid informants and agents of provocateurs, and regardless of the atrocities committed by the European powers and the manipulation, everybody's going to be held accountable for their effery. You're right, bro. Yeah. And listen to the minister. I mean, you may not like the Nation of Islam and everything, but listen to, and we don't necessarily. You don't have to be a Muslim or nothing, something. But thanks, Mel. Appreciate it. Thank you, Monique. Some of the things he says is so poignant, spot on. And I'm not telling you to be. I'm telling you, free your mind from this religion stuff. Religion is not going to save you. You've been waiting on Jesus 400 years, 2,000 years. Jesus has not coming. He's not coming. You can't tell me that Jesus is so merciful that he allowed you as a people to be treated in inhumane and unhuman ways for all these years, and he ain't said a word. But yet you still believe in him. I don't know why. But don't mind me, just watching. We're going to keep the door open on that one, though. Let me see what he say. Nothing personal, Professor, but the business of U.S. is still a business for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it is all business. It's all business. That's why, let me tell you something. Have anybody ever seen billionaires on the internet arguing? Have anybody ever seen millionaires on the internet arguing? People that argue back and forth on the internet are broke people. Because if you got millions, you're trying to figure out how to get another million. You're not on the internet arguing with anybody. That's just don't happen. That don't make no sense nowhere. Not even in outer space. Yep. Right on, man. Thank you, Asiatic Spring. Fun fact. Rice is originally, a lot of food sources are coming, like the sweet potato and a lot of different things come from Africa. A lot. Africa is the most richest continent. That continent has everything. Everything. They have something over there called coltan, which is you're using your cell phones and computers. You can't get it nowhere else, only in Africa. The diamonds, the gold, the silver, the emeralds, and all the different precious metals and precious gems, everything. Karma is so real. They didn't give you 40 acres and a mule, and now we're bricks. The American dollar would have no value. Those house values will drop to the value. Yeah. Yeah, something is happening, bro. I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, something is happening. Get ready. Get ready. What did that do? What was that? 2000. What was that? Y2K 2000? What was that distraction about? What was that distraction about? Remember, they had everybody running around buying water, buying this, buying that. Everybody was grabbing up all this stuff. Boom, and nothing happened. 1999 went to 2000. Boom, nothing happened. Oh, something happened. We just didn't realize it happened. That's what that is. Something definitely occurred. We just didn't realize it. These are the days for me. These are the days that people should really be in there in the chat and having questions. And like you guys are stewards. You guys are innovators. You guys are interested, and you guys want to, have better for yourselves. Not only for yourself, but your family. You guys come in here and y'all listen. And I'm not saying I got all the answers, but what I am going to say is that I'm going to say some things to you that's going to be maybe out of your circumference of where your circle of knowledge. But at the same time, when you go back and consider what I said, you're going to know that this is something to be considered. This is something I need to get behind, or this is something that I need to utilize, or something I need to at least investigate and see how it will work in my life. There's things going away, I'm telling you. And part of it is the firm, in other words, the old and elderly, the sick. The United States want to get rid of them. The criminally insane, the United States want to get rid of them. The homeless people that's in the way, not doing nothing, the United States want to get rid of them. The people that's out here selling in the drug trade, in the drug market, the United States want to get rid of them. And part of getting rid of them is going to a digital currency. Because if you got digital currency, they could be able to trace everything, and you won't be able to do large amounts of sales of illegal substances or buy things that they're not willing. They're not going to be able to see what your purchase was and why you purchased certain things. Check out a pastor named Lindsey Williams. What do you do, dog, man? I listen to Geno Jennings sometimes. I'm not opposed to listening to pastors. I think when they make sense, and they ain't all about that prosperity and stuff, I can listen to them and get behind what their message is. Some of them, we can't, nothing is ever 100%. Don't get me wrong. Don't misquote me on that. I should have stated that. Nothing is ever 100%. All pastors are not bad. All bishops are not bad. But there's so many that are, and makes the rest of them. Remember when they had the LA preachers? How buffoonish was that? The LA preachers jumping on there with their Lamborghinis and their Ferraris and their Rolls Royces and their Bentleys and running around like, hey, look at me. Like they Jay-Z and Jermaine Dupri switching the 4 lanes with a 4-finger ring, hollering back money and a thing. So the shows to come going to be interesting. We got Putin. We got the guy that's been going in and out of prison as because he like homosexuality. Prisons. What is her name? Lindsey Williams, Secrets of the Elite. Just give him 10 minutes. I would definitely give him a listen. He's on YouTube, right? Any more questions before I jump off? I know this is kind of a slow Monday. Kind of a slow Monday. But what you say, Kenny Wayne?
Well, it's skating ring, partner.
Go to the skating ring, partner. Bob Louie, what do you say? What do you say,
Got a
Bob
quick
Louie?
question. What are most of these hood comprised of when you look at them in totality?
Man, for everybody who's listening, please don't forget this. In all gangs, don't matter where you from, all right? There's always going to be a short few that lead everybody, give them strength. But remember this, baby. Gang members and gang banging, it consists of 25% serious motherfuckers that's really doing it, and 75% cheerleaders. Which one are you?
Lock the door.
Lock the door. See? That's where we at with it, you know.
What do you mean by that?
I like to have fun with it, you guys. But anyway, I am Professor Melly Mel, the Hood Postman. You guys got any more questions or anything that we need to address or go over? Any topics you guys want to discuss? I'm always open. I'm always open. Let's see. Okay, thank you, Monique Monk. You do the same. Shout out to King Babalooey. Rest in paradise, turtle. Right on, Marlena. Thank you. Let's see. As you said it, I remember when Jesse Jackson came to one of my high schools, Fairfax, in 1985. Had us all up, keep us hope alive. Yeah, that was his mantra right there. Keep hope alive. Oh, 2 times Jesse and Al Sharptongue. That's 2 times Jesse and Al Sharptongue. Remember that. Remember them 2 characters. They the first Charleston whites. Handing you food to the front door and stealing out the back door. That's how they do it, man. That's just what they do, bro. But anyway, I am Professor Melly Mel, the Hood Postman. You know the vibe. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it's going to feel like it's the 1st and the 15th. Let's go.
Perfect grind all the time, baby.
Yeah. Cali Finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the feds get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a pro bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. Ali, bad man, and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it, I just make it happen. Word on the block is that my shit go. Freaks for the low.
Marlena Williams, go ahead and lock the door because we are gone. Well, before we go, shout out to everybody that joined us today. I appreciate all you guys, Asia Supreme, Marlena Williams, Michelle, Monique Monk, Mike Marks, fresh out the skillet. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate you. Dog Man, once again, I'm going to check him out, Dog Man. Let me write that down. Let me say, Lindsay Williams, Secret Life of Elite. Let me write it down so I don't forget it. Let me make a mental note of that. Yeah, Lindsey Williams. Secret Life of the Elite. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Marlena Williams, go ahead and lock the door because we are gone.